Ah, yes, the Cake Twins. A unicorn and a Pegasus born to two Earth ponies because of genetics? Well, it makes as much sense as anything else on this show.
Get your kid ass out of here.
I actually really like the Cake Twins, and I feel a huge missed opportunity was not aging them up. Honestly, if I were ever going to do a My Little Pony G4 continuation and not a reboot, a continuation, I would love to focus on either the boys, Discord, Spike, and Big Mac, but let's face it, that idea probably wouldn't be allowed because the show is supposed to be for a female audience. So while I would probably have one or two episodes a season catching up with them, I think a show focusing on the brother and sister relationship of the Cake Twins would be the perfect continuation of the show. And yes, we can, of course, pop in and see what everyone else is doing, but by focusing on the twins specifically, you can really make the argument that it isn't just a continuation of Twilight and her friends, but it is its own type of show on its own, just kind of a spin-off series almost. But even through the spin-off series, I would definitely each them up and make it a little bit of a continuation of what's going on with everyone else and pop in all the time, especially Pinkie Pie, because for God's sakes, she has some of the best moments in this show, in the entire show, right here in this episode with the Geek Twins. Imagine a show where they're actually around like the same age or actually just a little older than the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Like, I think the Cutie Mark Crusaders to me are like 10 years old, and I would age these guys up to not full adult. I would probably be like 12 or 13, probably 12, because, you know, you want that younger audience. And through that, they could learn not just magic of friendship, but also the magic of family and siblings. Like, I think that would really be cool. I really want to push this narrative. I think a My Little Pony related show with siblings and family bonds as the main focus would be a refreshing change and not so different from the original concept of friendship is magic. That many people would enjoy. I wish Friendship is Magic had done this. I wish it had aged up some of these characters just a little bit and focus more on them instead of whatever else we eventually ended up with. But that's my idea for a G4 continuation or a soft reboot of Friendship is Magic. I had other ideas, and basically I would do basically the whole same family thing, but with a totally different world in G6 if I had to do it. If I had to do a series that wasn't connected to G4 in any way, I would probably still focus on the Cake Twins, just call them something else, give them new names, whatever, and just make a totally different universe for them to explore, but still have that family dynamic bond that I think would be really interesting to actually get in the show, because we really don't have that anymore. But today's video isn't about that. No, today we are reviewing Season 2, Episode 13, Baby Cakes, the first time we get to see these little ones appear. Hello, I'm Discord Giant Knight, and Pinkie turns out to actually have a boss, the Cakes, and they have a pair of kids, but the kids are a lot of work, and while the parents are off selling cakes, they need a responsible babysitter to look after them. I love the fact that despite Pinkie's enthusiasm for the twins, she's not their first choice due to her strange shenanigans, but eventually they do give her a chance. And while she plays with them, she finds out that babies are not just cute and fun, they need to be cared for, fed, and watched nearly 24/7. Take one eye off of them, and they're getting into trouble everywhere else. And being a Pegasus and a unicorn, their magical abilities makes things even more complicated. Not to mention there are two of them, not just one. Wrapped one baby and the other one is climbing up the walls. Literally, in this case. I enjoy watching Pinkie struggle to catch up with them. I think this episode might be the first one with the biggest character development for Pinkie. I feel like despite her initial annoying Pinkie self, by the end of this episode, she really shows she cares for the twins and learns how to manage them properly. I also like that at the end, she is so darn tired from all that work, but is more than willing to do it again because of how much she generally cares for them. What do I give it? This is literally a 9 out of 10, one of the most entertaining episodes of the series. But then again, that's just season 2, isn't it? The only reason this doesn't get a perfect 10 out of 10 is that there are just too many more better moments than this episode. It's crazy. Still, I really love all of the crazy fun hijinks in this one. The only reason why I'm not going into the entire episode is because if you know anything about babies, you already know the entire episode. I mean, you know, the whole crying, diaper changing, crying, bath time, crying, messy rooms, crying, walking on the ceiling like a scary movie monster about to attack you, and all the crying until you go to bed. Just, you know, normal baby stuff. Okay, I have to straight out admit that that entire scene where Pinkie loses the kids for a little while and one of them is literally in the closet and is able to use magic and the other one is able to use their wings and literally walk on the ceiling and stuff like that. That was just so funny and I got a crack out of the entire scene. Like before that, yeah, it was just the average baby stuff, and then it got to that, and I was just cracking up the entire time. It was so much fun, so much fun. But like, share, subscribe, and if you want to hear more of my ideas for a G6 or a Generation 4 reboot, feel free to watch this video here. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts, and don't forget, my friends, kids are terrifying, and friendship is magic.